This is what an overflowing buggy looks like after a very good day at the Goodwill Bins. And y'all, wasn't sure I could fit anything else in here, especially once I added these feather pillows. They really did take up a lot of space, but I couldn't leave them behind. Next up were these little shark cupcake picks, tiny, but again, too cute to pass up. Then I found this little brown storage tote. I also grabbed a couple of American flags, and these napkins to go with everything in the summertime is just too good to leave behind. Then things got even more random with this potty training seat. This alone would be around $20, $30, maybe even $40 at a retail store. And finally, I grabbed this little black plastic organizer for one of my daughters. But the most insane part isn't even the size of this haul. It's the price. I'm going to show you all of the new items that I added to this buggy today, and then I'm going to show you the final receipt. I saw what looked like vintage heaven, so I started just putting stuff in my buggy. You can see that my buggy was already overflowing yesterday, and today it just gets even worse. So I'm looking through here because I just noticed all of these little glass bottles. And again, one of my older daughters is looking for little glass jars and things like that to use for her spices. So I definitely wanted to dig through this box and just kind of see what all was in here. Again, I'm trying to be very careful because when you're dealing with glass in the Goodwill bins, you don't want to mess around with the glass and get cut. I will address the elephant in the room. I do not wear gloves when I go to the Goodwill bins. To each their own. I just don't. I try to be extremely careful, and I always wash my hands before I leave the Goodwill bins. Ours has a nice bathroom that's very handy, so that's how I handle that. But as you can see, I am uncovering all of these little jars that will be perfect for spices or just anything like that. So I'm going to put them in this little basket here that I found in a minute and collect them so that I can ask one of my daughters if they would like for me to purchase these for them. And now that we are into summer, I know that a lot of people do can. There is a good bit of mason jars at the Goodwill bins. So if you have one close to you and you are somebody who likes to can and preserve your food in that way, definitely check a Goodwill bins because this was a box full of canning jars. And I found even more later when I wasn't filming. So yeah, look at all of these little jars, y'all. I think that these are so cute. So I'm going to collect all of these that I can and put them in this basket, like I said, so that I can pull myself to the side later and FaceTime my daughters. And I do show that on video. That's kind of how I do things. Like when I'm finding stuff for other people, I will try to either call them, FaceTime them, or take pictures. And yeah, I just kept digging, and look, I was finding all of the lids to a lot of these little cork top little jars. I don't know what would have been in them originally. Y'all let me know if you know, but I wasn't really sure. So yes, you can see I've got a full basket of cute little jars here that I'm going to ask one of my daughters about. And then I'm going to get back over here and look through this other box that was beside it, because I'm thinking if that was that good of stuff in there, I need to uncover what's going on in this other box. Totally get distracted. I think one of my daughters can use this little pitcher here because it's summertime, and I'm thinking they can make some Kool-Aid, some tea or lemonade, and have, extra containers like this. I don't know if they need them, but again, I'm going to put everything in the buggy and I'll ask them on FaceTime here in just a minute. Okay, so it looks like this is another box full of glasses and mugs and different little things like that. Now, isn't that one cute with a little watering can? That would be a very pretty spring and summer little mug. But I'm just going to gently move things around in here so I can see if there's anything underneath here that I want to bring home. I found these two little things here. I say things, two little cups or glasses. I'm not sure what these are. They are so tiny. But my son-in-law, Josh, absolutely loves little things like that. So I picked that up so I could ask Kelsey if he might want that. Then I uncovered what looks like some little vintage teacups or coffee cups. I'm not sure, but they look to match a pattern that I already own. I thought that was a pretty little coffee mug, and then just some more glassware. I'm showing you that, yes, there was some broken glass in there, which is also why I try to be so careful since I am not wearing gloves. I do try to be extremely careful in the bins. But I want to take these two little coffee cups and put them in my buggy because they definitely look like my style. Okay, I've decided that I've kind of picked through this box enough, got out everything that I think I want, don't really see anything else too exciting. So I'm just going to put the blanket back over everything. I'm going to move this piece and put it on top so that people see that because it had a huge chunk taken out of it and it will definitely cut somebody if they're not careful. And then we're just going to get back to digging through the rest of this bin and seeing what else I can find. I uncover some hangers that I know one of my daughters specifically is looking for, so I wanted to grab those. There is lots of yarn, so if you definitely love to sew, knit, crochet, all the things, definitely check the bins. And then I uncover this beautiful little panel, and I think it is so pretty. It's that color that I love, like that ivory color. So I'm going to go throw that in the buggy just in case somebody wants that. And then look here, I discover another box of what looks to be, like some vintage dishes and different things like that. So we're going to take just a minute to go through this box as well and see if we can uncover any treasures. I spotted this little mug here. I see these a lot. It says Mountain Wood, made in Japan. Those are very cute with a little brown trim. Like I said, I see those out at the thrift store a lot. And then this box just had, I don't know, just some coffee mug stuff that I wasn't really interested in. So we're just going to get back over here to digging. I'm just picking up random things to see if there's anything we can use. And then I find another one of these jugs that I'm thinking one of my daughters, again, can use. I already own two just like this, so I didn't need it. But again, since both of them have 3 kids each, I thought they could use those. Then I uncover just one thing right after another right here. I find something for the bathroom. I find a file holder thing, just all the things. I mean, it was just becoming a very good day all of a sudden in this one bin right here. So I just start throwing everything in the buggy. I really wish that I would have got this, but I ended up putting it back. That would have been really cute to go with the needles that I got at the bins about a month ago. I'm going to stop and look through these records because I also have a daughter who loves records. She loves to display them on her wall and all the things. So I'm just trying to see if there's any of them that I think she might be interested in. As you see, I put one in the buggy. I'm going to check with her in just a little while on that. And then again, another box. I always check the boxes just because you never know what is hiding in them. I thought that this glass set here was really pretty. I, however, did not need them. I just got me a set of Wexford glasses that I'm loving. And again, just some more mugs. Now, these glass mugs are really cute. I have a daughter that loves those. And then here's a basket full of stuff that I'm going to take just a minute and kind of dig through. There's another one of those glass mugs. And then does this one look familiar? We found one of these earlier when we were digging in a couple of those first boxes. I thought this was a really pretty drinking cup. It's missing the straw. And then, whoa, see here, look, this is why you have to be careful in the bins. There was that big old knife. And then I spotted this comforter. I thought it was really pretty just by the color. So I'm trying to investigate that a little more. And then I'm like, whoa, what is this? This looks like some vintage material. I don't think it's vintage once I get it home and look at it. But in the bins, I wasn't really sure. So what are we going to do? We're going to just toss that in our buggy that is overflowing at this point. And we'll do a buggy check again, like I said, here in just a little bit. And here is what I mean when I say you just never know what you're going to find at the Goodwill bins. A roll of toilet paper. I mean, it was brand new, so I guess that's all good. And yeah, we're just going to keep digging here. I see this frame. I'm not really sure what it is, so I want to take a little bit closer look at it. Yeah, I must have not liked it because I moved on from that clip pretty fast. Some more yarn, a salad spinner, and then I spotted something over here that got my attention. I don't know how I saw this, but I was like, look, it's a match to that other panel that I picked up earlier. So we're going to, of course, throw that in the buggy because now we have a matching set. I'm telling y'all, I can just see things from a mile away. That frame was really pretty. I wanted to put it up. Some more yarn. Did y'all see that blue yarn? I mean, the bins were just overflowing with stuff today. And then they rolled this cart out. No one came over to it. I'm not really sure why, but it was full of all kind of glassware type stuff. I get so excited. There is some beautiful pieces in here. So I am carefully trying to move things around. I spotted this underneath a lot of stuff. I collect frames like this, so we're going to put that in the buggy so we can think about that. And again, we'll go through and do a buggy check here in just a little while. I think this little frame is really cute. That would be fun on a tiny little shelf or something. And you can see the going rate at the regular Goodwills was about $1.69, even on those tiny small little frames. I see something here on the right in the bottom, so I'm trying to get to it. It's this little sun catcher thing here. I want to get it out and look at it. It's very like faded and kind of messed up, so I do put that back. But yeah, they definitely had some beautiful frames going on in this bin today. I spot another frame just like some of the ones that I collect. Some of y'all may have saw me use these in the haul makeover on that picture rail that I made. I'll definitely have that video linked in the Thrift Mania playlist in the description if you would like to go see that. And then I'm looking at these lamps because the base of this lamp looks really well. However, the top is all broke. And then I thought this one was kind of pretty if you did your home in angels. And then I also like this other one with this little birdhouse on it. I think it is so cute. It's so simple, so cottage core. I don't know if that's the right word, or like grandma core, whatever they are calling it these days. And then I come across some bowls that kind of match those little coffee mugs that I saw earlier. But I don't know, bowls are really hard to style, and unless I'm using them for practical reasons, I just kind of leave them behind now. I thought that picture was very pretty. It was a large picture. Somebody's going to really be able to make their home beautiful with that piece. I'm glancing at the books, but I'm not seeing any vintage books anywhere. So I'm going to go over to the shelves that they have where they keep a lot of their glassware that's not like in the boxes like we saw earlier in the bins. Of course, they can't fit it all on these shelves, but I do know that they do try to put a lot of their glassware out on these shelves. And then I spotted this soccer ball pinata. It is so light, so it's going to cost me nothing. I'm going to throw that in the buggy because Elizabeth's boyfriend loves soccer, and his birthday was actually on Memorial Day. So I thought it would be fun to put some candy in that and just add it to his gift, and then let all of the kids actually, do the pinata at his birthday party here at my house. Then we're going to continue to look through some of these dishes just because I'm also looking for some little summer plates or some things that I might be able to use on my mantle for a 4th of July display. I don't really see anything blue and white, so I'm just going to take a minute to go through, see if I can find any mugs that I love. Now, I actually thrifted 2 mugs that look exactly like this, and I was going to grab this one to match them, but it had like this brown stuff that didn't look like it wanted to come off around where people put their lips, and I was like, no thank you. It has to look clean. I'm not trying to put my lips on that. What we're going to do next is you're going to see me over in the corner with an extra basket going through my buggy, and I'm FaceTiming my daughters to see what they want and what they don't want. Kara first. I found another one, so I have 2 packages of these.
That'd be cute on your sliding door, Kara.
That'd be cute just over like on one side of each window or something, even your like.
Yeah.
Room, either you or Kelsey, but it's just like this little thing that would go in your vanity. I guess this holds like cotton balls or just empty. It's plastic, so it won't cost me anything to get it, but it's brand new. It just needs to be washed. Oh, here's the other. That's mine. Okay. This for Biz. I think she's doing school, so I didn't call her in. This is for me. Found 2 of these. Y'all can do like tea and Kool-Aid or Kool-Aid and lemonade. Do y'all each want? Y'all, are you kidding me what I just paid? You are going to die when I tell you what I just paid for this whole buggy full of stuff. Now, I had to downsize a couple of things because the girls didn't want them, but I pretty much got everything that was in that buggy that I showed y'all a clip of earlier, minus the 2 tea pitchers. Insane. Let me give y'all a glance. Are you kidding me? Let's start with both of these beautiful little cups. I guess they're little teacups or coffee mugs. I'm not really sure. The regular Goodwill was charging $169. And when I show y'all these price tags, just in case you're new when I do a Goodwill Bins video, this is not what I paid. This is what the regular Goodwill was charging, and everyone here likes to see that. So I've just kind of left that in here when I do the hauls for the Goodwill Bins, excuse me. So yeah, I couldn't find a mark or anything on the bottom of these. I don't know if the sticker's just on it too good, but even pulling the sticker off, I don't see any marking or anything. And these really look like they go with a white set that I already have. And I'll probably just put them in there with them. Or I thought this would look really cute at my coffee bar. Or you could even use these as little scoops in like your flour, sugar, rice, oatmeal, different things like that. Yeah, I cannot get this sticker off, and I've got it sticking to all parts of my hand now. So let me see. I was trying to get this little part off. Yeah, there's no marking on the bottom. So now let me see if I can untape myself, and we'll move on to the next item. Okay, I did come across 2 of these, and I've actually had several of these before, and I think I sold them like when I did a decor clean out with all of y'all, and somebody bought them, and they're so cute stacked up like this. And what these actually are is, y'all told me that they are beer bottle coasters. So they're big enough just for like the bottom of a bottle of beer, I guess, to sit in, and it's a little coaster. Or I mean, I guess like a bottle of Coke or root beer or whatever. But yeah, that's what those are. I'm just going to use them for decor because I like the way they stack up, and I sold mine. So when I saw these, I thought, oh my goodness, they're so light. It's going to cost me nothing. So let me grab these. The regular Goodwill Bins was charging, I guess, $269 for maybe the stack. I don't know. It probably had a rubber band or something around it, but that's the price tag that was on these in the bins. And then I could not resist this vintage looking fabric. I'm pretty sure this is probably just like from Hobby Lobby or somewhere, but it just looks so cute and old and vintage. I thought it would be fun to make something with for the fall. I wanted to open it real quick. Give me a second. Yeah, I could not get that open. It's got, I don't know, a little tag in there, I guess. Maybe they were just selling some scrap pieces or something. I don't know. I was trying to see. Yeah, it's a pretty good chunk. You can make something out of it. Really cute little pattern. So I'll put this with all of my fabrics and try to make something with that in the fall. And the regular Goodwill was charging $1.69 for that. I also picked up another American flag. So this one was in a separate bin. So in yesterday's video, I showed y'all that I picked up 2 of these. And then I saw this one in another bin, and it just happened to make the video today. And again, yesterday I showed y'all that the regular Goodwill was charging $1.69 for each one of these flags, and I probably got them for just cents because they are so light. And yesterday I was telling y'all that I wanted to tea stain or coffee stain some of these. So again, give me all your tips on that if you wasn't able to see yesterday's video. And if you wasn't able to see yesterday's video, definitely go check it out because we started with our Goodwill thrifting trip at the bins yesterday. And I had to split the video up into 2 separate videos. But yeah, got me another flag. So this little vanity looking set I got for my daughter Kara. Y'all saw me talking to them via FaceTime in the Goodwill Bins, trying to see what things they wanted, what things they didn't. And so I asked her if she wanted this, since she now has 3 bathrooms, and she said yes. It's so light. It's just this little plastic caddy, and it again weighs nothing. So wait until I tell y'all the total at the end of this for everything that I got yesterday and today. And I wanted to show y'all something funny. If you look under here close enough, you can see originally $3, and the regular Goodwill was charging $3.69. So I got this, of course, at the bins for probably like 50 cents. So super exciting about that for her. Yeah, she has like 3 bathrooms now, so she's looking for all the things for her bathrooms. Okay, this is something else that I also picked up for my daughter Kara, was 2 of these brand new Mainstays sheer panels in the color ivory. She's needing all kind of like panels and curtains and different things like that for her new house. And I love that I was able to find 2 of these. So I found one, and then in a totally separate bin, I found another one. The regular Goodwill was charging $4.69 a piece. And I got both of them for her. So that's for somebody else as well. And then for myself, I happened to spot this as I was leaving that glassware bin in the back. And I've been hearing a lot of people say that you need to go to glass for your cutting boards. And so I was like, well, let me try this one and see how I like it from the bins. Because at our bins, our glassware is a lot cheaper by the pound than it is the other stuff, like the clothes and other stuff. So I just went ahead and grabbed this. That way I can also see how I like using the glass cutting board. It's in really good shape. It's got these, let me turn it over, like tiny little feet on it back here, if y'all can see. Regular Goodwill was charging $3.69. I was excited to find that. Okay, these are also for my daughter, Kara. She told me to look out for these kind of hangers for her when I go to the bins. So I found like a whole little grouping of the white ones. And she really likes these because this part here like pivots all the way around. So I got her a whole stack of hangers. And then I got this for myself. I already have 2 sets of these in my office that I use to like sort and separate different paperwork type items, and I love them. And that was that on there? I don't remember that being on there. I don't know if that got on there sitting in the box or what. And it's just these, I have the little things already that hang over the door, but some of these little things are starting to rip down and tear up. So when I saw this, I thought, oh, that'll be perfect. I can replace the one that's kind of messing up. And they hold just like file folders down in here. And you can see it's pretty long. Let me try to stretch it out for y'all. These are awesome if you're trying to save space and don't want a whole lot of stuff, you know, on the floor like a big file cabinet or something. These work really, really good. I was trying to see what this said on the back. It just says Carson DeLosa Education. So anyway, I definitely needed another one of these because my other one is tearing up. So I'll just kind of wipe this one down with a Clorox wipe or something and get, I don't know, whatever that is off. The regular Goodwill was charging $3.69, and this thing is super light. All right, and I rarely look through the clothes when I go to the Goodwill bins unless I am just bored waiting on a family member or something like that. But this piece just happened to be kind of sitting there while I was looking through some of those glasses and stuff. So I went ahead and got it. It was the black and white kind of gingham looking pattern or checked pattern that got my attention. And it was a size that I like to wear. Like I like to wear these like an overshirt. And it's also a Talbot's brand, which is a pretty good brand. And so I grabbed this because, again, I'm paying by the pound and it's super light and I'm going to pay hardly anything for it. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Look what the regular Goodwill was charging for this shirt. Probably because of the tag that's in it, the name brand tag. Ridiculous. So I did go ahead and pick up this soccer ball pinata. The regular Goodwill was charging $3.69. And because this was brand new and it was so light, I paid hardly anything for it. I went ahead and grabbed it, filled it with candy, put it in Mason's gift, and then he let all of the kids bust open the pinata at the end of our party. So that's everything that I picked up on the second half of this Goodwill Bins thrifting trip. Half of it's for me, half of it's for other people. But y'all, my total for everything that you see in this haul today and everything that was in yesterday's haul was $10. Unbelievable. And that's because I rounded up. Isn't that crazy? All of this stuff, including stuff that I got yesterday, like 2 down pillows or feather pillows, a potty seat yesterday. I got a couple of flags. I got some napkins yesterday that had not been opened. I mean, go check that video out if you have not seen it yet, and you are going to be blown away at the items that I got for the price of $10. It's just crazy to me. Anyway, thank y'all again for going to the Goodwill Bins thrifting with me again today. We hope y'all have a wonderful evening. We love y'all, and I'll see you back here tomorrow with a brand new video.